Okay, it's been a while, but I'm feeling better now, so yeah. Little wing. I start walking towards the rather mismatched trio, and can't help marveling at the speed with which Emmy devours the rest of her half-eaten banana. Hey, strange to see you three together like this. It seems to have been quite the day of coincidences. Emmy and Rin decided to eat on the roof just as Hanako and I decided to. You stole it. This spot was ours. Simmer down. You can't steal a place in the school. I plunk myself down beside Lily, the four of us creating a semicircle. I think she's right. You too? The butterfly is her accomplice. The butter. As I glance around, sure enough, a small yellow butterfly floats across my field of vision. So tell me, how did this butterfly help Lily steal this spot? Is it because it's yellow? It scouted out our conversation and told her. I should have known better than to expect sound reasoning from Rin. Regardless, I guess it wouldn't hurt to play along. You're telling me she can talk to butterflies? There are people who can talk to horses, called horse whisperers. Lily must be a butterfly whisperer. I bury my head in my hands as Amy rounds on her strange companion. She doesn't seem to share Rin's sense of humor. Whisperers don't work like that. Amy and Rin continue their banter as I turn to Lily, who's busily finishing off her small box of Korean rice. So what brought you up here anyway? A little fresh air every now and then. No, every now and again doesn't hurt. Ah! Amy breaks off from her vain attempts to introduce the concept of logic to Rin. That was why we came up here too. Something tells me it was her idea alone, and that Rin only got dragged up here on Emmy's whim. Then again, the same could probably be said of Lily and Hanako. Now, we can share. The cracking of the door to the roof can be heard as soon as she says the words. A moment of silence falls over us, as everyone's attention focuses on the figure appearing from it. Hanako slowly walks over to us. Her PNG slowly grows to us. Her eyes pin to the ground, silently ruining the attention she's attracting. She tenses, just barely, when her eyes meet Rin's. I can't help raising an eyebrow as she walks over to us and sits next to me, doing her utmost to avoid looking up, even as she brings her cafeteria bread to her mouth. So how do you and Amy know each other anyways? Amy is somewhat well known around the school for her athletic ability. She is the fastest member of the track and field club by some margin, even meeting Miki Miura at the track meet last week. Miki Miura, that tan girl from the front of my class. Considering her height and toned body, being able to beat her is quite an accomplishment. Looking over to Amy, it's very clear she's well aware of this fact as she beams proudly. So, Hisao, what was your score in English? Ouch. No comment. Boo. She puffs her cheeks and pouts, but it doesn't take long for her to bounce back. Alright, if I tell you mine, you have to tell me yours, deal? Fine, fine. Okay, on the count of 3, we both say our results. 1, 2, 3. 32. I beam a mischievous grin. Ah, evil, 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 evil. You said it, not me. Still, the fact that you managed an even lower score than me is kind of amazing. She looks and sounds like a small terrier growling at an intruder. I can't say it's the most threatening sight I've seen. Either way, scoring higher than 32 isn't something to boast around, much less scoring below it for any subject. Yes, Lily. Sorry, Lily. I could help you with your English, if you'd like. It will be my pleasure to. No, that's fine, but I appreciate the thought, really. Lily looks slightly deflated, her hopes of imparting her knowledge dashed. Judging from the badly hidden laughter of the rest of us, neither she nor Amy seem to have garnered too much pity. As I sit happily laughing though, I feel my voice suddenly cut off my chest, as my chest clenches. I sat in silence for a few seconds, all my concentration forced on my heartbeat, all my concentration forced on not dying. It's only a small pain, but the ache feels like it's growing. Breathe deeply, breathe deeply. I glance upward to try and keep at least some of my attention on my surroundings, to see Amy suddenly freezing when she notices the expression of pain on my face out of the corner of her eye. Hey, Hisao, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I look back down and redouble my efforts to try and stay calm, clenching my fists to try and dull the pain. And Rin doesn't care. It takes a short time, but the pain, thankfully, begins to fade. When I look back up, there's only a silence and pensive faces to be seen. I guess I'd better explain myself. Arrhythmia. I'm fine, it's just a heart flutter. Are you sure? Should we get the nurse? Taking her cue, Hanako quickly picks herself up and begins to dash to the door. Hanako, stop. Lily, I'm fine. If anything, she should be the one running. Actually, it would be really funny if Hanako was faster. You look like a wet, wrinkled tomato. Huh? As I bring my hand to my forehead, I can feel the beads of sweat gather on it and dab them off with my cuff. Thanks, I told you, I'm fine. I'm just kind of fragile, I guess. The entire atmosphere changed, from one of gaiety to downcast faces, the situation being too awkward for anyone to know exactly how to react. And of course, the whole thing is thanks to me. It just had to happen now, around others. Oh, Emmy. She looks up, a box of juice halfway to her mouth. I haven't told you of my score yet, have I? Yeah, you're half foreign, so your score doesn't count anyway. Lifting an eyebrow, I inquisitively turned to Lily. What was your test result anyway? She gives a cheeky grin. 100? 100%. Perfect score. No way, all I can do is hang my mouth open in wonder. Considering those tests an insane event for some native speakers, I can only imagine she's gone and done something like committing to mind part of the dictionary. A gift for rote memorization, maybe. That's... See, only someone part foreign could get a score that good. See. Eh? Lily and I grin at Amy's expense, her reaction identical to mine when I first tripped on that little landmine. Lily's foreign ancestry does raise a point though. What? See. Ow! Blind. Here I. Lily and I grin at Emmy's expense, her reaction identical. Alright. Ah, that's right. You leave tomorrow for Scotland, don't you? That's correct. Emmy heard some rumors about it. It seems word's spreading quickly. Considering I only told a friend in my class a couple of days ago. Was it Kenji? It must be so nice to go halfway around the world on a holiday. Hey, could you buy me something while you are there? Don't be too shy now. Lily gives a light-hearted giggle, evidently fully expecting Emmy's bluntness. The rest of the lunch continues much the same as before, the jauntiness from before my heart fluttered thankfully returning in full. As everyone files off with appropriate farewells, only Lily and I are left. Hey Lily. She packs the last of her things into her bag and clips it shut before perking up her head up slightly. Thanks for breaking the silence back there. I kind of wanted to stop it, but didn't really know how to. As much as I'd like to sound less morose about it, the letter from yesterday, screwing up a test so badly in class, and now my heart makes things very hard indeed. She gives an indulgent smile and nods. I hope she hasn't picked up on it, but knowing her, it is unlikely that she hasn't. Hem is strong, but only human. We do worry about you, Hisao. Hold on, why would I worry you? Her smiling face collapses, becoming uncomfortably serious. Hisao, we are not ignorant of your situation. Only... She suddenly cuts herself short, unsure of whether she should say what she intends to. I give a weak smile and rest my hand on her shoulder. Don't. It's enough that I worry about it. I don't want you all to shoulder my burden. But if you all worry about it, I have to worry about you worrying. If that makes sense. I'm fine, okay? For a moment she looks to be lost in thought, carefully pondering how to react. Hisao, do you have any paper left from your food's packaging? I think so. I'll just check. I rummage around in my bag for the leftovers from lunch, eventually finding a paper square from my sandwich package. My eyebrows rise and my expression rather quizzical. I gently place the square into Lily's hand. Without another word, she brings her fingers around it to feel out its edges. This should be large enough. With both of us seated on the roof, the minutes to the lesson ticking away, She proceeds to lay the item on the ground and begin her work in earnest. Is she doing origami? Wrapped in silence, I watch her fingers move about on the small square with amazing dexterity. A small fold here, a large fold there. Her fingertips keep a slow but sure pace. Looking up, her expression is calm and placid. The fact her face is pointed well above the sheet in front of her makes the sight of her work all the more curious. Her shoulders slump a bit after finishing one final fold. Her work apparently done. It's only when she holds the item up in her hands that I realize what it is. A small origami crane. Light brown thanks to the package uses. The result looks quite delicate and precise. You can do origami? I taught myself how to do it when I was younger. It improved my dexterity a bit. Huh. A little baffled, I carefully take the small bird from her pale cupped hands, as if it would break from the slightest breath. It seems to be folded quite well, and holds its shape easily. We both grab our bags and head out to the door, Lily extending her crane as she does so. I hold Lily's handiwork up to my face for further inspection, while we walk down the hallway, her hand running along the silver handrails for orientation. If she taught herself origami to improve her dexterity, with the use of her hands meaning so much to her given her condition, so that's it. I smile as I realize the bird's meaning. Everyone here has had to find their own ways of dealing with their conditions. You aren't alone here when you have problems. Thanks, Lily. I appreciate this. She gives a sweet smile and nod, not using words where none need to be used, in her typical manner. All I ask is that you take care of yourself, Hisao. Don't worry, Lily. I will. Promise? Promise. And with that, we part ways. To be honest, I don't know what annoys me more. The fact that I could die at any moment, or the fact that everyone knows that. Maybe if you did your morning runs, you will be in better shape. I guess I'll just take each day as it comes. As the unexpected present in my hand reminds me, I'm not alone here. Even though I may be like this, I am not alone. If anyone worries, I'll smile. I will smile enough for all their worries to go away. Katawa, Shoujo. The moment the bell rings out, a collective sigh of relief comes from everyone. Much of the morning's been taken up by a droning lecture on stoichiometry, a topic entirely unbefitting of the insufferable heat permeating the classroom. Knowing that attempting to teach anything more will be exercise in futility, Muto gives up and begins clearing the teaching materials from his desk for the day. As meaningless banter starts to fill in the classroom, I notice Hanako getting up and coming to my desk. She's been a lot less withdrawn lately, something which gives me a small measure of satisfaction. She doesn't have Lily for support, so I'm the I'm the secondary support. Hello, Hisao. Hey, want to go pick up Lily then? It's close to me. It's close to the time when she need to get out going if she's going to make the flight. About that. She says she might be held up a bit by her classmates. I suppose that makes sense. Her class usually gets off a little earlier than ours, so Lily will normally have just come to our classroom. Her class must be sending her off. Well, never mind. We can wait outside her classroom for once, right? She gives a small giggle before nodding. The two of us taking our things and leaving for 3-2 classroom. When we reach our destination, I stop in idle amusement at the scene inside. One of the shorter girls from the class has Lily wrapped in an enthusiastic hug. Her head no higher than Lily's chin. Her other friends, of which there are several, are gathering around her as well. Lily simply smiles kindly and hugs her back. I guess Lily's must be pretty popular. Compared to Shizune's harsh but fire dictatorship of 3-3, Lily seems more like a mother figure for 3-2, to say nothing of her height and looks. Kenji's pointedly cool demeanor as he packs up his things at his seat and in the back corner of the classroom is expected. He's no doubt far from a fan of the fuss being made about Lily's leaving. Looking beside me and seeing Hanako following my gaze, I decide to finally enter the room. Afternoon, Lily is just me and Hanako. Wait, what happened there? Hanako withers noticeably when exposed to the din being made around Lily. Try as she might, I doubt she'll ever completely get over her social anxiety. Hello. Lily manages to work out her position reasonably well. Her classmates detaching herself without a second word. A look of slight exasperation is written on Lily's face. Though I can't say I blame her. Hello, Hisao. Hanako. Do we have much time before the flight leaves? I give a quick glance at my watch, taking the trip to the airport into account. There's a good 10, maybe 15 minutes left while still allowing for contingencies. Yeah, we still have a few minutes to kill. I wouldn't worry about missing it yet. Ah, is this Hanako? Uh-oh, I think we've just inadvertently become entangled in Lily's social web. The girl is probably part of the legally blind faction of the class like Kenji. Given her almost with window pane. What? Let me look it up. Now that's a word I've never seen. Google window pane like images spectacles. Well, Google Images just shows normal glasses, but whatever. Her short, roughly cut hair gives her a look that fits her excitable expression. Hello, She takes Hanako's hand and pulls it up and down enthusiastically. I really don't get how girls can be so social to someone they only know as the friend of a friend. While Hanako exchanges nervous greetings, I look around the room for my short and overdressed next-door neighbor. Try as I might, he seems to have slipped out of the classroom without anyone noticing. For a moment, I try to think of a possible career path that could reasonably benefit from his single skill, before putting my mind to more pertinent matters. Lily seems pleased, if somewhat guarded, about the enthusiasm Hanako suddenly excited from those around her. She might not see it, but Hanako's much less panicked about the affair than I anticipated. Shuffling my way through the gaggle of classmates, I eventually managed to reach her. Don't worry, Hanako's fine. Thank you. I thought she might be overwhelmed by them. Don't worry, we'll be gentle. Gentle? Both of us grimace in unison. Hanako's nervous grin stays plastered on her face as another couple of girls moves in to meet her. It's kind of amazing that even just a month ago, she never had been able to cope with a situation such as this. Even when I first met her, the two of us completely alone, she sprinted from the library. So, got everything you need? It's all packed. I just have to go by my room to pick it up on the way, and Hanako and I need to change. I guess we'd better get going, then. Hanako? Hanako's head flicks up towards us in a flash, her face rather unmistakably appreciating the chance to extricate herself. Uy. From the small group gathered around her. Come in. The long taxi ride to the airport is surprisingly pleasant, despite the three of us being rather squashed together to fit in the small back seat. On the other hand, maybe despite isn't the right word. Lily pays the fare to the driver as we file out. Hanako's eyes flittering left and right. Thankfully, there aren't too many people around, most of them being inside the main building rather than milling around outside. It isn't hard to spot Akira and Hideaki leaning against a fence while talking to pass the time. A large black travel bag, complete with wheels and travel handle, leans against the fence alongside them. Hideaki is the first to notice us, pointing us out to Akira, who gives an over-enthusiastic wave. Hey, hey! I grab Lily's travel bag for her as we go to meet the two, earning a nod of appreciation. I've got all my stuff here. You got yours? Plane ticket as well? Don't worry, I have everything. You? Yep, all ready to go. Not without some problems along the way, I might add. The snide remark has his head roughly dragged around by a very firmly clamped-on hand. Yeah, I kinda sorta forgot it was my trousers pocket. Trousers that I'd put in the wash. Oh no. Don't worry. Did you know you can... What? You can print out tickets if you order online nowadays? It's really cool. Oh. Hideaki's pained expression says that this wasn't a solution found quickly. It could have been worse, I guess. We'd better start off then. Check-in should be ready by now. Yeah, you're right. There's a certain amount of wistfulness in both their voices. To say nothing of the people left behind, meeting their family again after all these years, will be big for them. Lily, I like this. I like this kind of hats in girls. Hanako wraps Lily's in a gentle hug to say goodbye. One wish is warmly reciprocated. Lily and I share a brief hug afterwards, each of us saying our goodbyes. Beside us, Akiro and Hideaki break off from a small hug, and a word or two between them. It will probably look quite nice, if not for the almost comical height difference between the two. Lily takes a hold of her sister's arm once all that needs to be said in farewells is said, the two walking past the huge glass doors. Goodbye, Hisao. Hanako. See ya! Don't do anything stupid, shorty! We wave at them until they disappear from sight in the throng of people moving about inside. And then we are alone. Well, that's that. I turn to see Hideaki already beginning to walk off. See ya. He throws a hand into the air in a manner I expect of Akira. In the end, it is just Hanako and me left standing outside. I rest my hand on her shoulder. She absent-mindedly gazes towards the front doors of the building, as if she might catch a glimpse of either of the two before they disappear. Don't worry. The time will pass fast. She hesitates for a moment, but eventually nods. With the scorching heat of the summer sun beaming down on us, we make our way to the nearby bus stop. It is strange, really. Just when I'd begun to see Lily differently, she leaves on what almost feels like a pilgrimage to the past. In a way though, that is just what I've been doing since coming to Yamaku. As much as I may reflect on everything that's happened to me, I really am hardly unique. Everyone has their own circumstances and separate paths to get where they are now. Yet, I still can't really work out how I should proceed. My life may have practically been reset, but I still can't find anything that satisfactorily fills the hole I still feel in myself. Maybe Lily leaving will be a good thing for me. Without her to lean on, I'll need to do more for myself. I'll have to be there for Hanako as well. This is the Hanako route now. It feels strange to have so much changing so quickly after my months in that hospital that seem to exist so separately from reality. But that's all the more reason for me to keep focused. I can't let any opportunity slip out of my fingers in my attempt to rebuild my life. My throat. Oh. Act 3. Present. Okay, so we're in 3 now. For some reason I thought we were still in 1. Okay, there can't be that much left, right? It's not gonna be over 30 episodes, right? I rest my chin on my hand as I absent-mindedly look out the window. Yet another of Moto's lectures droning on and on, as if it were endless. The summer sky is almost alluring in its bright cerulean splendor. Only the odd passing cloud breaks up the deep blue expanse. This feeling of longing is probably the outdoors side of me yearning to escape. Nakai, could you answer this? That side of me is lost to the past now, though. In that case, I think it will use the an suffix. Correct. Moving on, the suffix for. As my attention towards Muto slips once again. I like how it seems that he's out the independent of the route, he seems to be good in science. I spot Misha giving me an enthusiastic thumbs up and nod at her to settle a nod at her to settle her down. It has been a handful of days since Lily left for Scotland, days which have passed relatively peacefully. Life largely continued as usual, in contrast to what I expected, while thoughts of her have danced around on the edge of my mind since she left. Present events managed to subdue them, at least for the time being. So I find myself idly chatting with Hanako, as usual, when lunchtime finally rolls by. I'm having problems with the end. Okay, I'm cutting it short. I'm talking too much and my nose is still doing stuff. Bye!